So the first part of our verbs, the verbs ending in. So many people could mix them with in, no with in, the I with had. Okay, as you see here, barin, bazin, machine. So these are the English meaning, and these are the stem of the verb in present tense. As I mentioned before as well, there is two stem of the verb. One is in present tense, the other is in past tense. So now we will concentrate on present tense. Bezin, meşin, birin, dizin, fırın, gerin, kenin, kirin, nivisin, persin, westin, weshin, and zani. So in these kind of verbs, to find the stem, all you need to do, get rid of the last bit, which is in. Okay, when you get rid of, when you take it off, so what is left? Bez, bar, mesh, these are the stem. And our formula is, so we have our subject, can be a name, can be a noun, can be a personal pronoun, and we will concentrate on how to work on the verb. So de comes in front of the verb, and then the stem of the verb, and to be. So this is very simple. So as, which is I, de, bez, which is the stem of the verb, and am is I am. So I am running. I am running, or I run. You know, I mentioned many times in Kurdish, present continuous tense and present tense are the same tense. So we don't have two different tense. So as the bezim, I run or I am running. So when you speak, it depends if you are talking about that moment or if you are talking about general, and you will know. But if you are writing, if you say as hertim de bezim, as hertim de bezim, so hertim is always hertim. As hertim de bezim, I run always. Or as her sabah, as her sabah de bezim. So I run every morning, her sabah. So in these kind of sentences, we know it is present tense. It's not present continuous tense. But if I phone you and say to Niha Chidiki, what are you doing now? As Niha le parke de bezim. As Niha le parke de bezim. So Niha is now. Niha. So to Niha Chidiki, what are you doing now? As Niha le parke de bezim. So I'm running in the park now. As Niha le parke de bezim. So in present tense and present continuous tense, the verb doesn't change. So if you add her sabah, hertim, Niha, sometimes, which is jarnan, then you can realize if it is present tense or present continuous tense. So both tenses are one in Kurdish. And the negative part of it, so all you need to do, replace de with na. As de bezim, as na bezim. As the bezim, as na bezim. As the bezim, as na bezim. So all I did, I changed de, or I replaced de with na. To de bezi, to na bezi, ev de beze, ev na beze, em de bezin, em na bezin, hun de bezin, hun na bezin, ev de bezin, ev na bezin. So some of you who are new here, so they can find a difference between this ev, which means they, and here means he or she. Use another one. Let's say kenin. Kenin. Kenin can be to smile and can mean to laugh as well. Tuchima de keni. Why are you laughing? Tuchima de keni. Tuchima de keni. Ev hertim de kena. Okay. Ev hertim de kena. She always or he always laugh. De kena. Ev hertim de kena. So all I need to do, finding the stem of the verb. So it is quite easy. Frin. Frin is to fly. Çok different. So the birds are flying. Çok different. So the only thing here, if it is ending in n, that means is plural. Okay, çok different. But if I say çok different, that means is singular. Okay, the bird is flying. The bird, like one bird, is singular. Çok different birds are flying. Çok different. Çok different. Çok different. Baran debare. So it is raining. Baran debare. So baran means rain, and barin, it doesn't actually mean just to rain. So can be like to snow as well. Berf debare. So actually just take barin as like to fall down. So baran debare, it is raining. Berf debare, it is snowy. Berf her sal debare. So every year it snow. Baran her tim debare. Baran her tim debare. It always rain. It always rain. Lever he jarnan baran debare. So here sometimes it rain. Debare. So bring dizin to steal. Ev her tim pertuka men dize. Ev her tim pertuka men dize. Ev her tim pertuka men dize. So he always steal my book. Ev her tim pertuka men dize. Es qed pertukan nadizm. I never steal books, which is not correct. Whenever I see some books I like, I do steal. Es qed pertukan nadizm. As hertim pertukan men dize. He always steal my book. Es qed pertukan nadizm. Pertukan, I never steal books. Simple verbs. So these can have different ending. So why I take them separately? Because with these kind of verbs, there is no rule that I can tell you, this is the rule, do this, and you will find the stem. So all you need to do is just to like memorize the stem. How we memorize the irregular verb in past tense in English. So this is the case in Kurdish as well. It's like bun, chun, diten, goten, keten, keren, listen, man. Let's work on here. As le Londonais deminum. So again, mean is the stem of the verb. As le Londonais deminum. I stay in London. Te le Londonais demini, ew demine, em, hun, ew deminen. So the last three plural pronouns, they always end in n. That's why I wrote them in the same line. Em deminen, they are staying. Hun deminen, you are staying, but plural, you. Ew deminen, they are staying. As le Londonais deminum, to le Londonais demini, or as a question, te le coup demini. Where are you staying? Te le coup demini. Te le coup demini. As le Londonais deminum. As le Londonais deminum. Khwarin. Te che de khui. Te che de khui. What are you eating? As makarna de khui. Tane makarna te biram hertim. So khawa is the stem of khwaran. Khawa. So with this kind of verbs, all you need to do just to memorize the stem of the verb. So khwastin to want. So we will see khwastin as an auxiliary verb as well, in the future, maybe not next week, a week after, which like I want to drink, when there is two verbs in the same sentence. So خواستن, to want, will be auxiliary verb. But as a just in present tense, خواستن, which is خواز, is the stem as دخوازم, as دخوازم, I want. تو دخوازی, you want. او دخوازه, او دخوازه, he or she wants. ام, هون, او دخوازن. We want, you want, and they want, as دخوازم. And the negative form as نخواز, I don't want. تو نخوازی, نخوازی, you don't want. او نخوازه, او نخوازه, he or she doesn't want. Or plural one, نخوازن, نخوازن. Okay. دلیل, if it is not pronoun, if it is a noun, دلیل چه دخوازه, دلیل چه دخوازه, what دلیل wants. So always take the name of the people, the personal names, as he or she. So the ending will be the same. And okay. So دلیل چه دخوازه, what does دلیل wants? دلیل چای که دخوازه, چای که دخوازه, دلیل چای که دخوازه. So دلیل wants a tea. Or دلیل تشتکی نخوازه. Okay, so دلیل doesn't want anything. دلیل تشتکی نخوازه. So tisht is a thing, tisht. Tishtek, a thing. Tishteki نخوازه. Dalil doesn't want anything. So khwaz is the stem for khwastin. So what I meant with using khwastin as an auxiliary verb, let's say I want to go. I want to go. As the khwazim. So this is the first part of sentence. Let's say bichim. Okay. So the second part of the verb, which second verb, we use it in different form, so which we will be working on it not next week, a week after. So as the khwazin bichim. So in here, khwastin is an auxiliary verb and is a kind of, we call it, let's say, to-want form or khwastin form. As the khwazin bichim, as the khwazin bichim, or as na khwazim bichim. I don't want to go. I want to go as the khwazim bichim. As na khwazim bichim, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Okay. So last week we didn't work on these verbs because I didn't want to confuse you. But now it's time to confuse you. Lêker and bepeshger. So these are the type that when we use them in a different form. So with all of the verbs, so we would use this formula. But with this kind of verbs, it will be prefix, then the, then stem, then bone. So what do I mean with them? And how will we know what is the verbs with prefix? How can we recognize them? Okay, so the red ones are simple verbs. Okay, let's say kirin. We saw kirin here. Kirin, to do. Okay, so we know there is a verb exist as kirin, to do. But if you see a verb and an inkirin with as prefix, and most of the prefix in Kurdish would be che, da, re, ve, hel, je. So these kind of prefixes. So a verb takes one of these prefixes and it becomes another verb. Okay, so don't confuse yourself with the name. So just recognize them. So kirin is not a verb with prefix. It's a simple verb, but it takes a prefix, che, ve, ra, and then it becomes another verb. So kirin is to do, che kirin to make, ve kirin to do, ve kirin to open, or ra kirin to lift, or je kirin to cut, re kirin or shanden to send. Okay, so the difference with these kind of verbs, the doesn't come in front of the verb. The comes after the prefix. Let's do it here. Çekirin. As, şive, çe, okay, çe, de, come. So prefix first, then the, ing, and the stem of the verb, which I mean kirin. So the stem of kirin. Because all the verbs in prefix, you will know that it became from some other simple verbs. Okay, which when I give more examples, maybe it will make more sense. Okay, as şive çedikim, as şive çedikim, as şive çedikim. I am making or I'm cooking, because in English we use to cook for cooking, but we use çekirin for making or cooking. Okay, so it is the same. When I say make, also I can write to cook as well. So as şive çedikim, tu çediki, ev çedike, em hun ev çedikin. So this is the rule. So the difference between this type of verbs and the other one is, let's delete this, okay? So de always comes in front of the verb with simple verbs, but with just this kind of verbs, de comes after the prefix. That's why I call them the verbs with prefix. Okay, Lêker'in ve peşgir. Peşgir means prefix. Okay, so as şive çedikim, tu şive çediki. Vekirin, ev deri ve deke. Okay, she is opening the door or she opens the door. Ev deri ve deke. Ev deri ve deke. Ve plus de, and then ke. Ev deri ve deke. And with negative form, so again you replace de with na. As çedikim, as çenakim. So the, all we need to do, just replace it with na. As çedikim, as çenakim. Tu çediki, tu çenaki. Okay? Ev çedike, ev çenake. Ev çenake. Em hun ev çedikin, em çenakin. Okay. Let's have a look to another verb. Ketin. So ketin. As you see, it is a simple verb, to fall. It means to fall, ketin. And the stem of ketin, kev. As de kevim, I am falling. Ev de keve, she or he is falling. So when it has ra or da or der, that means it became another verb. So ra ketin can mean like to sleep or to lie down. Da ketin to come down. Der ketin to go out. Okay. So as ra de kevim, I am sleeping. As ra de kevim, tu ra de kevi, ev ra de keve, em hun ev ra de kevin. Em hun ev ra de kevin. Ez rana kevim. So as dereng ra de kevim, as dereng ra dikevim, I sleep late. Okay, I'm sleeping late. As dereng ra dikevim, dereng means late. Ra dikevim, as dereng rana kevim, I don't sleep late. So tu ra dikevi, tu rana kevi, tu rana kevi. So tu chuma ra dikevi, why are you sleeping? Or tu chuma rana kevi, why are you not sleeping? So khawa menai. I don't know if any of you are good with Kurdish music. There are a lot of songs or poems about khawa menai. Khaw is sleep. Khaw. Nai doesn't come, which I will come to that. Haten, with to come, is irregular verb, and you will not follow any of these rules I'm just teaching now. Okay, so eura de keve, eura na keve. Okay, so the simple rule. So de comes after prefix, just, and in negative form, again na comes after the prefix. Ra bun. Jamal ra debe. Jamal is getting up. Jamal ra debe. So gerin has got a few meanings actually. So two main one. So to wander around, or to travel, or to look for. Let's have for each of them one example. So as le Londone digerim. So I'm traveling or I'm wandering around London. As le Londone digerim. As le Londone digerim. Or as le hevale khwe digerim. Okay, as le hevale khwe digerim. I'm looking for my friend, Garin. Garin. Okay, so as le hevale khwe digerim. So there are a lot of verbs ending in gerin, which has got prefix like vegerin, to return, to kengi vedigeri, vedigeri. So when are you returning? Again, de comes after the prefix. So this is the only simple rule. To kengi vedigeri, or to chuma venageri. To chuma venageri. Why are you not returning? To chuma venageri. To kengi vedgeri, when are you returning? To chuma venageri, why are you not returning? Okay, and the other verb, other verbs, we can call them compound verbs, which consist two word. Okay, Lêkerin have dudani, yani jdu peyvan çedibin. Like has kirin, hin kirin, amade kirin, temashe kirin, lehwe kirin, and most of these kind of verbs end in kirin. Kirin on its own. Has kirin is to love or to like. Hin kirin to teach. Amade kirin to prepare. Temashe kirin to teach. Lehwe kirin to wear. Jhwe kirin to take off. Jber kirin to memorize. Jbir kirin to forget. Hishyar bun. Hishyar bun. To wake up. Hin bun. To learn. He. Hin kirin to teach. Hin bun to learn. Sarbun to get cold. Mezin bun, like to grow. Wandabun to be lost. As hertem telefona khwe wanda dikim. Okay, so I always lose my phone. I always lose my phone. Telefonamen hertem wanda dibe. Hertem wanda dibe. Okay, so as hertem telefona khwe wanda dikim, I always lose my phone. Telefona men hertem wanda dibe. Concentrate on the second part of the verb. Okay, let's say as je daika khwe per has dikim. Okay, as ji dayika xwe pir hez dikim. So dayik means mother. Dayika xwe, like my mother, pir a lot. As ji dayika xwe pir hez dikim, I love my mom a lot. So all I need to do is di again plus stem of the verb. So kirin, so ke is the stem of the verb as we saw here. So kirin, to do. And just ke on its own is the stem of this verb, which you will need a lot because there are hundreds of verbs ending in kirin. And just to memorize the stem of kirin will you will benefit a lot. So as jdaika xwe pir hez dikim. Tu hez dikî. You love. Ew hez dike. She or he loves. So but when we need an object or a person, then we will need this preposition as well to use, because the actual verb je, yeki or tishteki has kirin. Okay. Jiyeki, someone, tishteki, something. So to love something or to love someone. That's why, because many people, because we, in the second lesson, when we worked on prepositions, je is always from, like as je londonema. I am from London. I am from London. So je is always from. But in this verb, which has kirin, we always use je when there is object or person. So jiyeki or jitishteki has kirin. This is the actual verb. Okay, so let's say tu je ke has diki. Ou je ke has dika. Who does she or he love? Am je welate xwe has dikin. Am je welate xwe has dikin. So we love our homeland. Okay. Am je welate xwe has dikin. So welat means homeland. Welat. Am je welate xwe has dikin. Ew je londone has dika. Okay. Ew je londone has dika. So she or he likes or loves London. Em je muzika Kurdi per has dikin. So we love Kurdish music a lot. Has dikin. So all you need to do, the second part of the verb, which is kirin, use the stem of kirin. Has, stay same, has dikin. Has kirin. Amade kirin is to prepare. As taşte amade dikim. So I'm preparing the breakfast. So again, amade stay same. All I need to do brings de and the stem of the verb and for as, which is is the verb bun. As taşte amade dikim. Çantayı xwe amade dike. So she or he prepares her or his bag. Dike. Temaşe kirin is to watch again as le filme we temaşe dikim. So I watch his film. Temaşe dikim. So during our lessons, we will be using all these verbs a lot. So just wanted to show you how this kind of verb works. So hişyar bun, we did. Hin bun, to learn. Mezin bun, wenda bun. Hin bun, as Kurdi hin dibim. As Kurdi hin dibim. As Kurdi hin dibim. Third week, we worked on these questions. But let's use them in a proper sentence in present tense. Okay, kengi. So we used ch a lot. Ch, what? Okay, we used a lot. To chidiki. To chidiki. What are you doing? To chidiki. So diki, like geren, to do. To chidiki, what are you doing or what do you do? As Turtuke دخوينم. So I'm reading a book. دخوينم. So kengi, let's come to kengi. To kengi vedgeri. Or to kengi dichi. When are you going? Denevisi, when are you writing? Okay. So to kengi vedgeri, when are you returning? As vena gerem. Okay, so the verb is vegerin. Vegerin. So the infinitive of the verb is vegerin, which is a verb with prefix. So gerin on its own is to look or to wander around. Vegerin is to return. To return. So to kengi vedgeri, when are you returning? As venagerim, I am not returning. I'm not returning. As venagerim. To kengi dichi, as iro dichim. Okay, as iro dichim. Dichim. So chun, to go verb, to go, as dichim. As iro dichim, I'm going today. To kengi dinvisi, as na nevisim. So I'm not writing. So nevisin is to write. As na nevisim, I am not writing. And come to chawa. To chawa dichi kar. To chawa dichi. Kar is work. Again, dichi is the verb of chun. Chawa, how. To chawa dichi kar. As be tre. As betrene dichim kar. Okay, so be is by, a proposition which we saw before. As betrene dichim kar, I go by train. As be bisiklete dichim, bisiklet, so I go by bicycle. Bisiklete dichim kar. Or as be otobüse dichim, or as be bayati dichim, so I go by food. And chima, why? To chima nachi, why don't you go? To chima nachi, again is to go verb. To chima nachi, as nakhwazim, I don't want. As nakhwazim. Khwazim is to want. Khwasten is the verb, the infinitive of the verb, khwasten. As nakhwazim, I don't want. And then we've got chant. Chant, which means how many. Chant. To chant rojan dkhabti. So we have another verb and then an in, khabetin. So in khabetin is to work. To chant rojan dkhabti. Roj is day. Chant is how many. To chant rojan dkhabti, how many days do you work? As penj rojan dkhabetim. As penj rojan dkhabetim. So I work 5 days. As penj rojan dkhabetim. As dawiya hafte nakhabetim. As dawiya hafte nakhabetim. So I don't work on the weekend. As dawiya hafte nakhabetim. As penj rojan dkhabetim, I work 5 days. As dawiya hafte nakhabetim, I don't work or I'm not working on weekend. Dawiya hafte is the weekend. Bashe. Ku, where? So many of you would use ku dere as well. So ku on its own can be used as well, or ku dere. To lukud bazi, where do you run or where are you running? As le parque de bazim. As le parque de bazim. از لپارکه دبزم. So our verb is bazin. 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 The infinitive of the verb to run. As لپارکه دبزم, I am running in the park. Ku. Ki is who. Ki limala we demine. Ki limala we. Mal is home. Mala we, your home. Again is the verb man, to stay. Okay, so ki limala we demine. Who is staying in your home, or who stays in your home. Havale men le mala me demine. So my friend stays in our house. Last week we had homework. So I want to go through the homework very quickly. So the first part was about the time, which you see. ساعت 12 و 4 ساعت 4 و نیو ساعت 7 کم 4 ساعت 9 کم 5 ساعت 10 و 10 دقیقه or 10 و 10 so you can use دقیقه or you don't have to. ساعت 4 کم دقیقه. So most of you have written 1 دقیقه 1 minute. So instead bringing 1 in the front, so دقیق is 1 minute. دقیق. So you can bring at the end of the دقیق. And then I had some question about in present tense, which we will continue with verbs and present tense today again. Because it's quite important topic, and some of you were a bit not happy because I was quite fast. So I will try to go through present tense today again. So تسعد چندان ده هشیار دبی. تسعد چندان ده هشیار دبی. So what time do you wake up? ساعت 8. So از ساعت 8 ده هشیار دبم. So this is a compound verb which we will go through all the verb again. That's why I won't go into details. To the chiku, where are you going? In the bracket, I wanted you to say that you are going to school. As the chim the bistani. As the bazim, to chidiki, which is I wanted you to say running. As the bazim, I am running. Au de masha, he or she is walking. Au pertuke de he or she is reading the book. نامه دنویسن. دیلان لسر دیروک داخوه. دیلان لسر. So I wrote نامه, but many of you took it as name in English. So that means I am writing my name, which is fine if you got it in that way as well. But I want نامه is letter in Kurdish, so I wanted you to say that I'm writing a letter. So as name denvisim, I'm writing the letter. But if it was, I'm writing a letter as nameyeke denvisim. Okay, as nameyeke denvisim. So I'm writing a letter. Okay, dilan leser çi dakhve. Dilan leser çi dakhve. What is Dilan talking about? So in bracket it was dirok. Dirok means history. Dilan leser diroke dakhve. Dilan ser diroke dakhve. So here in the bracket again, I have written the infinitive of the verb. Akhvi. Ew çi hindbe? Ew zmane Kurdi hindbe. And the red part is the stem of the verb. So whole is the verb. So the red part is the stem of the verb, and in the bracket I have given the infinitive of the verb, which we will work on it in a minute. Okay, he or she is learning Kurdish language. What are you watching? As film memuzin temashe dikim. So I'm watching memuzin film. So I gave you some English sentences, and I wanted you to translate them to Kurdish, again, they were all in present tense. So there is no need to read all of them, which I will be sending to you, so you can go through it. باشه.
گرم لشاران چندی گرم لشاران نمدی کز وقت جوانه نمدی کز وقت جوانه کی جوانش میلن کی جران چون نبینوان من وابه بایدی سیران کی نودارن لیندارم لینداره کی جوانش میلن کی جران چون نبینوان من وابه بایدی سیران کی نودارن لیندارم لینداره لیندارم لینداره دیتا و بیرگیانا دیتا و بیرگیانا چاو چاوانی سربانی چاو چاوانی سربانی دزلم لانی بندی وارنگانا ماچو موچیه واری سرکانی بایادی او هامو جهجوانا لیندارم لینداره دزلم لانی بندی وارنگانا ماچو موچیه واری سرکانی بایادی او هامو جهجوانا لیندارم لینداره لیندارم لینداره استار میلم هر ماوای استار میلم هر ماوا دلیا کون گوروا دلیا کون گوروا استاش دندانا وی چرپی جوانه لگوی ما و کوخوی ما و بایادی او همو جه جوانه لیندارم لینداره استاش دندانا وی چرپی جوانه لگوی ما و کوخوی ما و بایادی او همو جه جوانه لیندارم لینداره لیندارم لینداره چندی گرم لشاران چندی گرم لشاران نمدی کس وقت جوان به نمدی کس وقت جوان به کی جولانش میلن کی جران چون در بینوان من و به بایدی او هم جه جوانا لیندارم لینداره لیندارم لینداره زور زور سپاس زور سپاس زور ممنون زور زور سپاس
Mamoste dengê te, dilê te û hestê te sağ bin. Tu her hevî. Ez gelek spas dikim.
زۆر سپاس زۆر مەمنون
Serçavê min.
ئێوە
Gelek
شەر
spas.
بەهین زۆر سپاس بۆ جەنابیشت بۆ دەرسوتنی
Serçavê min.
بۆ
Şev
هەموو
baş evalno.
زۆر مەمنون
Gelek spas evalno. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight as well. So emê hefteya bê roja duşemê di heman saetê de bi heman nav û şîfreyê hevdû bibîn. Şev baş.
زۆر سپاس زۆر مەمنون زۆر سپاس
Serçavê min.
زۆر مەمنون